Hey. This is CJ. Welcome to the Ponder Podcast with
LP. It's me. Everybody know who it is.
Oh my gosh. All right, this is our premiere from our podcast here. We are just starting out. And we're going to tell y'all a little bit about ourselves. First off, how you doing today, this evening?
I'm all right. I'm good.
On this is Monday, September 5th, 2022.
Yep. Was it Labor Day?
Like, today was Labor Day.
Yes.
And because you said it rained, we couldn't do, I guess they couldn't do the...
No air show. I couldn't get my camera out and look at the planes. It sucked. Today was bad.
It wasn't bad for me because I went shopping. Got some stuff so we could put on the porch, chairs and a little table, a little cute setup, you know.
Right.
All right. So people want to know who we are, like who the hell we are. Why would they want to listen to us?
Well, I'm the jokester. I talk about everything and everybody. That's what I do. Work a regular 9 to 5. I work in the medical field, you know. Clinical engineering. You don't need to know where I work, but that's all. That's all you get.
Yeah, they don't need to know where we work.
Right.
But I also work in the medical field. I'm not going to say what the extent is right now at this moment, but I work in the medical field. I've been doing it since 2003. Have a career, so I have a master's degree at this point, and I do a lot. I would say I was in the military, and I was a mechanic there. I got out, got in the healthcare field, and then I learned how to day trade. So I'm kind of got my hands on a lot of things, including starting this podcast. And so that's actually how I met LP. Is because I came across his profile in Plenty of Fish.
POF. Something I really don't do. I was just trying something new. Put my picture on there, you know, just testing the water. And then it's...
But I thought you said somebody told you to, like, try it out.
Nobody told me to try it. I just did it on my own. I think I went on, like, 2 dates off of it, and it didn't go as I wanted it to because I'm used to meeting people in person. I don't really do online. But then this chocolate thing messaged me on there. And that's who you listen to now. LP and CJ. She was the chocolate thing.
What was my name on there?
Snicker something.
Snicker bar.
Snicker bar, something like that. Yeah.
Did you ask me why my name was Snicker bar?
I think it was her color, her skin, or something.
Yes.
Once she was chocolate.
Yeah, because I always tell people, if you hold up a Snickers bar next to my skin, that is my skin tone.
Okay.
So that's what it was about. I know when some other people, they was like, oh, Snicker bar, the chocolate. Like, no, you taking it too far. It's just skin color. My gosh. So anyway, I was scrolling through because, you know, I've been online dating probably since online dating started, like with a gateway computer, if y'all remember what that is. And so I had a whole bunch of bad dates, and it got to a point in my life where I almost gave up. I'm like, I don't want to date no more. Like, I was done with relationships. I just wanted to focus on myself. And I don't even know what made me look on my profile this day. It was just like, it was an option on there to like look at new profiles, not look at the ones you've already looked at. So I was like, let me scroll through here. Just bored in bed. Let me see what I'm gonna do. And I came across a profile with a man with this goatee, and I'm like, okay, let me see what he doing. Scroll through the pictures. I'm like, all right, okay. And then I went and looked at his profile. He said he was in the medical field. So I was like, okay, we got something in common, you know. So that's what got me started talking to him, and then eventually we spoke on the phone and got to know each other a little bit better, and then we scheduled our first date, and I'll let you tell them your perspective of the first date.
Oh man, first date. No, I done saw her pictures online. I seen her, and we had our first date at, I think it was at a Buffalo Wild Wings somewhere, and I saw her
in Mayfield. Yep.
I saw her like, what? This looked a little different than the pictures. It looked like she just came from working out, y'all, at the working out. That's what it looked like. She just came from working out, sweating and everything. I'm looking at her like, what? This ain't the same.
All right, so when I sent him pictures of me, you know, when he first seen my picture, he was like, can you send me some more pictures so I could see if, you know, you catfishing me? So I sent him some more pictures. And so he's like, okay. So the day I was supposed to meet him, I went to work out, and I meant to come back home, but I didn't. I got hungry after the workout, so I went to go eat some Paneras. So I was, was it Paneras?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Paneras. So I ate Paneras, and then I'm like, dang, it's getting close to the time I'm supposed to meet him. I don't want to be late. So I had on like some, you know, workout shorts, like, you know, stretch shorts that was like right below the knee.
And some ran over shoes.
My hair was like...
Yeah, I'm looking like, who's this?
I showed up a hot mess, yo. I didn't even shower or nothing.
I gave her another chance though. I scheduled.
Hold on, we gotta talk about how it was on the first date, because I felt like, okay, so he seemed to be upset because I wasn't hungry. Like I just had something to drink. I wasn't really hungry. So he kind of was salty about that because he's ordering stuff, and I'm like, I ain't hungry.
Yeah, you go on a date and not want to eat. I'm coming here to talk and eat. That's what the plan was, but I'm not hungry. I'm not thirsty. I'm looking at her like, what you gonna do? Just go sit here and look at me and
look at you eat, yeah.
No.
So he also seemed like, this is something that people say about me too. When they see me, they think that I look mean. Like, this is just a perception that other people have. And, you know, I'm an introvert, so that's just part of my personality. I can't help what other people perceive, but when I seen him, that kind of made me think about, like, dang, is this what people think about me? Because that's what I thought about him. I thought that he looked mean, and I didn't know how this date was gonna go because he wasn't really talking that much, or I couldn't figure out why he wasn't looking at me. Why was you looking at me?
I don't know.
Like, just talking in conversation.
I was looking at you. Look at you. Look back at the TV. Look at you. Look back at TV. I'm like,
oh, you looked at me when I wasn't looking at something?
No, I was looking at you, but you ain't want to eat, so I felt some kind of way. I came to eat, and you didn't want to eat, so that's what that was.
All right. Anyways, so, you know, I felt like I wanted to go out with him again. I forgot who asked. Maybe you asked. I don't know. I told him I enjoyed the date. I texted him right afterwards, and I was like, I enjoyed the date, and I wanted to meet him again. So we signed up for a second date, and this time we went to Fridays?
Yeah, the Ghetto Fridays on.
That was Mayfield too.
Golden Gate.
Yeah, Golden Gate.
They closed now.
So, and this is in Ohio. We in Ohio, y'all. So, a suburb of Cleveland. So, I was running a little bit late, and I was having like a road rage type incident before I got to him. And so this lady was behind me honking her horn, and that kind of set me off. And so I stopped my car because I'm like, if you gonna honk your horn like that, I feel like we need to have a discussion or something. So I just sat there because I'm like, you honk your horn, that's not gonna make nothing move. Like, I couldn't move, so why are you honking your horn? So now I'm really not moving. So she ended up going around me. But anyway, by the time I got to the restaurant, I told him like what happened, and I thought that he would be like, you're so immature, and He was like, I thought I'm gonna have to bail you out, huh? And I was like, oh yeah, that's my type of guy right here.
Yeah.
It was no judgment. He was ready to bail me out.
I got my mama, I got 3 older sisters, and I know about that life.
All right, so tell them what you thought about my appearance on the second date.
Oh, the second day, she looked like the pictures I saw online. Like, okay, this is the woman I seen on POF. This is it right here. And she was smelling good too. Y'all, she wasn't all sweaty like she was first.
And plus, I had on a dress, so
Right.
he got to see a little skin.
Yeah, some of the legs and all that stuff. Yeah, right.
I had like a long dress on, but I had like I think it was like a tank top type dress, and I had a denim jacket over it.
Yes. So the second date was it, and I'm like, okay, this it right here. Now we going somewhere.
Cause I made sure I was hungry. I didn't eat before I went. I was starving, so I ate with them.
And then I think after that we went to a movie too.
I think it was it the one with The Rock in that 8 movie or something?
Or Denzel or The Rock movie. One of them movies.
Oh, the
This was back in 2018, y'all.
Yeah, I can't remember, but one of them movies we went to go see, and we enjoyed ourselves.
Right.
And I would say that ever since then we've been pretty much inseparable.
Right.
I want to say it's probably 2 nights where we haven't even been around each other. 2 or 3 nights, maybe.
Something like that. Right. Maybe a little more.
Nuh-uh. Okay, one I know was the COVID scare thing. Because I was like, he talking about one of his co-workers was coughing or something. And I was like, well, don't come over here with that. He ended up coming back over the next day. I was like, you need to quarantine for a week. He came over the next day talking about he left something. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That was one day. And then one day you made me mad. I went to go stay in a hotel.
Yeah, she did that a couple times.
I did that once.
You did that a couple times.
No, one time I just went to my car. And because I was trying to do something on my computer. So I took my computer to my car and just went to stay in an apartment building. But yeah, the second time I went to the hotel, I don't even know we was arguing for the chicken fat stuff.
She real dramatic, y'all. She get mad and run. That's what she do. You have an argument, she get mad and leave.
That one time I got mad, it knocked the damn door off the armoire.
Yeah, because of some kind of...
No, it was because of the Vaseline.
Some kind of wipe for the face or some stuff.
Oh yeah, medicated wipes. Yeah.
Yeah, she got mad and knocked the dresser off the hinges and it fell all on the floor, screaming for no reason. I'm looking at her like, what is you doing?
I was not on the floor screaming for no reason.
I said you knocked everything on the floor.
I just knocked the door off because I slammed it open. But,
right. Yeah.
But yes. Okay, so we know I got anger management issues.
Yeah.
But we've been inseparable since then, so we haven't had no issues. He told me he wanted to marry me, I think after the 3rd month. First off, when we were dating, it wasn't even that long, probably 2 or 3 weeks. He was like, I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I didn't say I was gonna marry you yet.
Yeah, after 3, but you told me you was gonna make me your girlfriend.
Oh yeah, about 3 weeks, something like that. Yeah. Right.
I was like, okay. Okay.
When did I ask you?
About 3 months in or something like that.
What, we talked about marriage?
No, I mean, we talked about it while we were dating. Like,
I'm saying, when did I actually do it? It was the next year. It was 2019. It was around.
You proposed. Right. You said that, I want to say around the 3rd month, you was like, I'm gonna make you my wife. It was like before the year is out, you're gonna have an engagement ring or something like that. Before the year mark or something like that. And you did it like probably the month before.
Yeah.
The year mark.
Right.
Yeah. And so then he did that. And then after we got a house built, and after we moved in, I was sitting at the computer, minding my business. I think I was scrolling through my phone, and he was like, what did you do? You give me the computer or something? You was like, you need to fill this out. Like, what am I filling out? And I get the computer, and it's like a marriage license. I'm like, oh, we get married. Thanks for letting me know, because I ain't know. Thank you for letting me know. Just shove the computer in my face and tell me fill this out. That's how I learned I was getting married.
I don't know how it went. I forgot how it went, but I know when I told her we got the house, I told her I wanted to be married before the year was out. The year we got the house.
Yeah. And so basically, when we filled the paperwork out, did we go out that day or the next day? It was that day or the next day. We drove out to the license place, and they told us what we needed to do. I came back. We looked on AngieList.com or something like that and found a preacher.
Yeah,
we were sitting in
the same day.
Same day. We did all this. We was in Denny's, and I sent out, a little message on there that I was looking for somebody to marry us, and then 2 people responded, and I picked a guy that had a lower cost or whatever. So he came out to the house. We were in the kitchen, and we didn't need any witnesses. I thought we did. I went next door and asked my neighbor, stuck up ass. I asked her if she could be a witness. She was like, let me check my work schedule. She worked from home. Like, she don't know what she doing in the next 5-10 minutes. I was like, whatever.
But I found out in Ohio you don't need a witness.
Yeah, we didn't need a witness. So, the preacher told us. I was like, why you ain't telling me? Because I'm over here looking for people.
Right.
So yeah, we got married in the kitchen.
So all my family and my friends. That's why I didn't get nobody, because we didn't need a witness.
We didn't need no witness. And it was just us by ourselves and our cats. We got 2 cats.
Yeah.
And that was December 5th, right? I fucking remember.
No, I wasn't December 5th. It was a little later.
Let me see. Look, I don't even know the dates we got married.
Yeah, it wasn't the 5th.
All right, we have established the timeline. All right. So we had the first contact on April 18th, 2018. Met April 26th, 2018. On May 13th, he stated his intentions of wanting to be in a relationship. A week later, on May 21st, we started the relationship. April 28th, we got engaged. And January 28th, April 28th, 2019, we got engaged. So that was a year and 10 days later after we met. And then January 28th, we started building the house. Like, we got the property, the for sold sign, and all the for sale sign was, we was able to take that off and say sold. July 26th, we moved into the house. July 26th, 2021. And December 14th, 2021 is when we got married.
Right.
So that was like April to 3.5 years, maybe, something like that. So yeah, that's the timeline. And so we own the house now. We got 2 cats. We had Callie, our 1 cat. I had her before I met him. So when we moved in, we got Tiger. He was a little baby. He was 3 months old. So that's pretty much it with the.
That's it about us.
Now, if y'all have any more questions outside of that, then y'all gonna have to ask us, because that's it right now. All right, so we are going on to our social media segment. All right, so the first thing, so in East Cleveland, Shaw was having a alumni reunion. It's their weekend. Do you know anything about like the history with that? I don't even know. They do it every year, right?
Right. The class of, I don't know what it was.
I think it's multiple classes.
But it was at this bar in East Cleveland called, was it Just Us?
Just Us Lounge in East Cleveland.
Right.
And this happened on Euclid Avenue, 3 a.m. on Monday.
East Cleveland, y'all.
Well, right now it's 11:55 p.m. So this happened at 3 a.m. like basically 12 hours ago.
Right. So, said somebody got into a fight. Somebody got hit upside the head. Then the guy who got hit upside the head pulled out a gun and just started shooting. It started shooting everybody. First of all, where is the pat down at the door? Why isn't anybody checking for guns at the door? You just let everybody in, huh? Just, okay, come on in.
In East Cleveland, though.
EC.
East Cleveland is like one of the most
hood,
ratchet cities up here. I mean, I can't compare it to like Youngstown or Akron or no other place, but I mean, come on. Like, that, I don't even know. If I was having a reunion, I probably wouldn't have it in East Cleveland.
Right, but see, the young crowd.
I mean, it's alumni. I'm thinking it's past, because one of my friends was telling me about it, and she wanted to go. She was telling me that she was going to it, and she in her 20s or 30s, I mean.
You need to call her and check on her, see how she's doing.
I probably do.
Because, yeah, they said a lot of people got shot.
So they said 10 people got shot, 1 got killed, and that was after the man got punched in the head. He just retaliated by pulling out a gun and going ham on everybody in the bar.
That don't make no sense.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully they put in safeguard. But I don't know. If that happened to me, I don't want to go to no more reunions. You know how we are. We don't go nowhere anyway. Like we mind our business.
Well, we old school, so
like we not going to no big gathering. And see, with me being an introvert, it's not that I'm scared of going out or nothing like that. It's because you can't control other people.
Right. You got to know your crowd. You got to know who.
And people, especially that in that area, and knowing that people are drinking and doing drugs, like you don't know how people act when they do these type of things. So that's why I don't hang around. That's why I don't go to concerts. I really don't like concerts and large gatherings like that with people who I don't know. So, but moving on.
Yeah, right.
Our governor, Mike DeWine, he has declined to debate Nan Whaley, which is the person who's running she's a Democrat. Mike DeWine is a Republican. And so he's refusing to debate with her. And I really don't know why, because normally that's how the constituents, know who to choose from, is because they have the debates. They ask the tough questions about policies and what they plan on doing, especially now with everything being heated with the whole Supreme Court and Roe versus Wade and all of these laws that's being thrown in. So, a lot of Ohioans have questions and they want to know, who's the best person to pick.
I have no input on that.
Why not? You're voting, aren't you?
Probably not voting this year for anybody.
Yes, you are.
I'm not voting for the next president either because he's
going to go vote.
I don't.
You're going to vote for this uterus.
I don't think
Yeah, you
so.
is.
I don't know.
We're going. It's right up the street. It only took me 5 minutes to go vote.
I don't know. I don't know who's running. I don't know nothing about none of the
Well,
people.
I'm gonna have to show you. We're gonna have to bring it up on the next podcast about what's going on in Ohio then, because I have a uterus. That's your uterus.
Okay.
You keep saying it's yours.
Yeah, it's mine, but
okay, then well, stop letting other men be in charge
they
of it.
already passed the law already, right?
Okay, no. So the Supreme Court is saying that the decision should be left up to states. So that means that the states can make the decision on whether they want to do it or not. Now, some states are not doing it. Some states let the people vote on it. Some states just totally took over.
Well,
and I mean, if you're my husband, I want you to make the decision with me, not the governor of Ohio and some Supreme Court justices.
I thought they already passed it already.
I mean, I think with the state, they made it some exceptions, but see where we go, well, where I work at anyway, they said they wasn't making any changes to that.
Well, we will see.
But I would appreciate if you go and vote for the person who's trying to tap into this uterus.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Hey.
We trying to go through IVF process, right? And so, what if we decide that we want to do that for health reasons or whatever? Because remember, that man took his wife to the emergency room and she was having an ectopic pregnancy. Now, mind you, fallopian tubes are the size of like a few strands of hair. A baby cannot grow inside of that. So she went in with a lot of pain, bleeding, and that doctor would not touch her because of the laws, abortion laws. That lady almost died. She could have bled to death. She had an infection at this point. It was like 12 hours. It was longer than the day or something like that, or the next day. And the doctor was scared to get sued. So don't do that to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Don't do that to me.
We'll check it out. See what happens.
If y'all can see how I'm looking at him right now.
Next. What's the next thing?
The next thing is we going to make sure you register to vote. All right. Now we're going to the next thing. All right. So T.I.'s son, the rapper T.I., his son got arrested on August 31st.
Hey, y'all, he looked like the love child of Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. That's who he looked like. He looked just like him.
He looked crazy, but he had that one picture where he was in that suit, you know? Like, let me see. He was looking nice in the suit, but that was probably some years ago. He done turned ratchet. I just can't believe, oh my gosh. I'm just looking at the memes on here that they got with this boy face. Like, they really talking about him.
Hey, that's what comes with the territory when you're in the entertainment business. You inviting everybody into your business.
Well, first off, let's see what he got to say. This what he said.
Nigga got too much money. This how niggas supposed to be every day. But I'm sorry that a motherfucker caught me while I was, you know what I'm saying, on my way to vacation. I'm sorry. I thought I was doing what a young was supposed to do. I ain't want to be in there. Yeah. Everybody that say a nigga trying to be gangster. Nigga, I ain't asked for the police to pull me over. Y'all bitch niggas.
He say BA niggas. That's what he said.
But one thing over here, I know that motherfucker around Wild Beast, we solid than a box of rocks. Yeah. Another thing, when was it said that gangsters have to do this with police and hey. Y'all stop this shit. Hey, it's a part of life. Gangster or not, black or white or not, it don't matter. The police pull you over, you pulled over. You ain't gotta be gangster. Yeah, y'all right. Nigga got too much money. This how niggas supposed to be every day, but
I'm so tired of this trash. He got on the caption, y'all right, we too rich for the shit. I agree.
First of all, you ain't rich. Your mother and father rich. You ain't nothing. You are privileged.
No, he's entitled, falsely entitled at that. This is what his dad got to say.
Hey, top of the top. Top of the top, top of the top. Got a minor request. Hope everybody having a phenomenal morning. Got a small request, man. Stop hitting me and giving me my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and their grandmamas? His ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep that shit up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
So that's pretty much it. I mean, he just said that, you know, him and his wife talked to the boy and he's just gonna end up learning on his own. I mean, but I'm still mad that's going on. Like, God, you raised him. They raised him, and he was acting like this when he was way younger.
Right.
And so that's a parenting issue. Now they got this what they call it, ragamuffin, whatever the heck he is.
Muppet baby. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever, running around here acting crazy.
He look just like a Muppet baby, y'all. He look just like trying to be hard. You ain't hard. Fighting people at IHOP. What was he at IHOP?
Yeah.
Before?
At IHOP, arguing with the cooks and stuff.
Yeah,
and then what did T.I. say? He said, why is he arguing with the help?
Like what? First of all, if it was that serious, why are you in IHOP?
Right.
You know?
Maybe you need to have your cooks come to your house and make your food for you instead of you going to IHOP. But whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We'll find out what happened to him. All right. So I'm up here eating this stuff. Oh yeah, Orange County Sheriff. This is Florida now. Every podcast we're gonna have something about Florida because Florida is the most wackiest state in the United States, and they always got something weird going on. So we always gonna have some news coming out of Florida in every podcast. So this one, Orange County Sheriff deputy fatally shooting a man point blank after the man handed over a gun to the deputy's partner. Now, I don't know what happened. Let me see. They released a body camera from this guy.
Somebody gonna be in trouble.
I'm trying to see what happened. Let's say cops were called to the scene at midday on August 6th after shots had been fired between two men. When they arrived, they found 20-year-old Dylan Michael Jimenez suffering from a gunshot wound on the ground. A bystander was helping to treat Jimenez and identified him as a paramedic before describing his injuries. I can't even read. Injuries.
Oh man.
And his brother was standing nearby holding a gun that was pointed at the ground. When bystanders alerted the deputies to his guns, the two deputies ran towards him, and he extended his arm out to create space between him and one of the deputies. Like, he had the gun in one hand, and his other hand, he put his hand out like stop, just trying to keep the distance between them. And they yelled at him to drop the gun to the ground. Now, one of the deputies took the gun from him, and at the same time, another deputy shot him several times point blank. And so Richardson, which is the guy who originally got shot, him and then his brother was already shot laying on the ground, and then his brother was shot by the police. So two brothers died basically.
Crazy.
Alright guys, I'm a paramedic. Okay, he's got a hole right just above his right. Okay, we're going to put a chest seal, okay? So bear with me, okay?
So one brother on the ground.
Open his airway, okay? Put him down on his back, open his airway.
He has a gun in his hand pointing at people. No, stop.
Drop it! Go!
Now, that just pissed me off. Because one deputy was basically taking a gun out of his hand, like he was giving it to her. And the cop just went ham and just shot him.
Just went Rambo on him.
Yeah, right there. I mean, to his chest, point blank. There was no reason for him to do that many shots for one. It was just like he was taking it. He didn't even give a chance. He didn't give him a chance at all. And the bystander was like, he's pointing his gun at everybody. He was not. You can see in the video that he had the gun pointing towards the ground. Now, mind you, once the police got there, he should have put his gun away. Because you never want to be, and they tell you this in, what was that class we went to? With the firearms training, they tell us that when the police get there, they can't tell if you're the good guy or the bad guy. So, to
put that gun away.
Put your gun away, So that was his mistake. But at the same time, he had that gun pointed at no one. It was at the ground. And if he wanted to start shooting people, he would have been did it.
But there was also a guy who's saying, oh, he got a gun and he was pointing it at people.
No, that's what I'm saying. The bystander lied.
Right. I don't know. We don't know.
And this is the white guy too, by the way. The one that got shot and his brother that was on the ground already shot. So I'm thinking the brother had the gun because, if someone shot his brother, he probably was protecting. And I think maybe he could have been distraught that his brother was on the ground, maybe. And so that's a sad thing to happen. Guns is always a thing. So next, can't believe this.
Oh yeah, y'all hear about the some more stuff that happened at the zoo. Some Mexican gray wolf got loose at the zoo.
This is at Cleveland Metroparks Zoo.
Can you imagine seeing a big wolf
while you and your kids walking in the zoo, you got your strollers and stuff.
Dangerous. They recaptured them though.
A wolf walking through the zoo, just licking his lips, waiting to eat somebody.
Nobody was harmed, but them just saying, how did it get loose? They gotta be more careful out here.
That's just crazy. So next story, California heat wave. I gotta let me see. These people out here are mad. California swelters through a Labor Day heat wave, stretching its electricity resources. Record high daily temperatures scorched several cities across the Bay Area on Monday, with oppressive heat forecast to continue for days. And so they're hitting 112 degrees. A daily record of 106 degrees. So this is some hot stuff. And they're being told to ration their electricity to prevent a blackout. So Governor Gavin Newsom said that the state had at least 8,000 megawatts of clean energy to the grid since 2020, and he signed legislation last week that may allow the state's last operating nuclear power station to remain in service past its scheduled closure in 2025. So they got issues with drought out there. Solar power generation wanes at night, so it's not enough to maintain during the day. I mean, they trying to import electricity from other states. I just don't understand this. Like, California, it's so expensive to live in California. Why can't they seem to get this right?
I don't understand. Do they have their own individual
power grid or something
to their house, or what they need doing?
Remember back in the day, I think with Enron, they was cutting off their electricity. I think they need to update their power grid or something like that.
I don't know. As rich as California is,
I don't understand. They pay so much. Their cost of living and taxes is so high. What the hell are they paying for?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
If somebody from California, y'all need to let us know. Like, what is it?
Yeah, what's going on in Cali, y'all?
Like, why? What are they doing with y'all taxes then? Like, it's expensive to live out there. I don't get it. Oh yeah, that was another thing too. Their electric vehicles. Now they said that they were going to make it where people can only drive electric vehicles and not gas powered ones by a certain date in the future. But then now they're telling them not to even charge their electric vehicles because they're trying to save money on the power grid. Like, what kind of shit is that? I always
said that they're not ready for all these electric vehicles out here. We are not ready for everybody to have an electric vehicle. The street telephone lines and all that stuff will melt down. They will not have no power.
But they always having blackouts and stuff like that, and it's heat wave stuff. I don't get it. They're planning blackouts now.
Yes, that's crazy.
So I don't know. Somebody from California, y'all need to let us know what's going on, because I don't understand what they doing with the money out here.
Cali, what up?
Let me see. This funny thing here. People respond to a tweet asking if they prefer $2,900 in food stamps or dinner with rapper Bow Wow.
I'll take stamps for $100.
That's less. They said $2,900. You gonna do it for $100?
That's the Jeopardy question. I'll take that question for $100. Yeah, I will do that $2,900. Who wanted to see Bow Wow?
Wait a minute, let me see what she talking about.
So Deaconess Bow Lorraine Wawerton decided that she was gonna hop on Chris Brown's bandwagon and charge a rack for a meet and greet.
Wait a minute.
Oh, so Deaconess Bow Lorraine Wawerton decided that she was gonna hop on Chris Brown's bandwagon.
Wait a minute. What she called? Bow Lorraine.
Oh man, rewind that.
Wait a minute.
Oh, so Deaconess Bow Lorraine Wawerton decided that she.
She called him a woman though, Deaconess.
Oh man.
All right, let me listen to the whole thing. This shit funny.
Oh, so Deaconess Bow Lorraine Wawerton decided that she was gonna hop on Chris Brown's bandwagon and charge a rack for a meet and greet. Now, while we know that meet and greets are not new, Chris Brown was not the first person to do it. What he did was he set the tone for what a backstage experience is supposed to be like, especially when you spending $1,000 to see your favorite artist.
Right.
But there is a level of celebrity that you have to be in order to obtain $1,000 per person. And the facts are what they are. Bow Wow, sister girl, you are not that level of celebrity. At the most, $250. Maybe I'll get it off a Groupon for $75, but ain't no way in this hell or the next one that you getting $1,000 for. Even though you're giving quite a bit, it's still not $1,000 worth. It just can't be. So Deaconess Bow Lorraine Waworthen.
I don't know who she is. This is Mr. Nasty reposted this. I don't know where he don't have a name or anything. He just said, why did she call Bow Wow that name? Mr. Nasty at Kirk Wrights 79 on Twitter. Now he got a picture of Bow Wow's diamond package for $1,000. His package includes his diamond VIP package includes the ultimate hang with Bow Wow at 30 to 45 minute personal hang and tour conducted by Bow. Only 10 fans in each city will get a behind the scenes look at backstage areas, lounge, tour bus, and more. Personal meet and greet plus photos with Bow Wow. Attend Bow Wow pre-show VIP lounge party. Digital download of the meet and greet with Bow Wow. Souvenir VIP laminate and lanyard. Commemorative VIP hoodie. Exclusive drawstring bag. Access to early merchandise shopping. What the hell is he selling that we want?
I'm not paying $1,000 to see none of them people. Neither nobody.
But that's a lot. He offering a lot here.
I don't care. I don't care who.
I don't even like none of the stuff he got up here. $1,000. I should have. I feel like I should have a.
That's a lot of money.
I think I should have a 3-day stay at a 5-star hotel for me and my friends for $1,000.
Right, he trying to come up.
Oh God! Hold up.
I ain't doing half of that on nobody.
So Deaconess Bow Lorraine Waworthen decided.
I don't even know what she said, but that sounds crazy.
Bow Lorraine, Deaconess Bow Lorraine Waworthen. I don't know.
Man, I'm not giving that man nothing.
That's crazy. All right. So let me see. Oh yeah, the Canadian stabbing. You know more about that than I do, I think.
I gotta look up their names. Well, I know they say killed 10 people, injured like 15 people.
They said 10 dead. Yeah, 10 dead, 15 injured in Canadian stabbing spree. 2 suspects at large.
Yeah, then they say one of the guys was found dead too.
Like, what the hell?
That's crazy. Hey, people, got to be aware of your surrounding. Be aware.
I can't even say this province. Sasquatchian.
Be aware of your surroundings.
And this was in the indigenous community, so
get off yourself when you're walking.
No, this is an indigenous community. This could be like an Indian, like not some place where they expect that type of stuff to happen.
Still people be on their cell phones walking, not paying attention to who walking around them. Hey, people, you got.
It was at 13 separate locations.
Yes. Gotta beware of your surroundings.
These some little men. So what's wrong with them? I wonder what they reason why for doing that. This is just ridiculous. Like they don't know a motive. They just targeting people, just going around stabbing folks. Just nuts. People out here is crazy.
Man.
That's a lot of people.
Right. Sad. Hope they catch the other guy too. Get him up out of here.
Oh God, I feel like I'm getting a headache. All right. So the next segment we're gonna talk about finance and trading. I'm always try to bring a little something so y'all can learn something about it. People have questions. about it, and I got answers. So I did ask some of my coworkers, what were some questions they wanted to learn or something they wanted to learn about finance and banking, or, the little bit of stuff that I do know. I am in healthcare, but I have learned a lot through day trading and stuff. So the topic today, do you know about fractional reserve banking?
No.
So a lot of people think that the banks keep 100% of our money in the bank. So when I deposit my $10,000 in the bank, that they got the whole $10,000 there. No. What they do is take your money and lend it out to other people.
Well, I know if you put $1 million in, they only guarantee $250,000.
That's the FDIC insurance. So that's the insurance that whatever they have a minimum amount. I think, did you say $250,000?
Right.
$250,000. If you got that much in there, then they will insure that. If you have over that in there, they will only insure the $250,000.
Yeah, that's all I know about is that.
So in that case, if you have, any amount over $250K, you take that amount and put it in another bank, another FDIC insured bank.
Well, I don't have that much in there right now. So my little couple $1,000s here and there, I should be able to get that out.
Well, I don't know. The way this recession is starting to hit now, we are in a recession despite what our government is trying to tell us.
Well, I'm not going to Bank of America, though. I heard they got some bad things going on. Right, so I'll stay away from them.
Don't you know they trying to do these loans now where it's for like minority communities, i.e. African Americans and Hispanic people, and they're offering they don't need to know where you work. They don't need to know how much you make. They don't care about your credit type loans.
Yeah, but you owe triple whatever you borrowed. So if you borrowed 10, you go owe back 30.
The interest rates are probably going to be high, but they did this back in 2008.
Yeah,
that subprime lending where they didn't guarantee these people, can maintain these houses. That's why they do the credit checks and stuff like that. So, no, black people don't fall for that.
Well, if you do go for it, if it's not the government, if you do go for it.
Right now, right now it is this is the top of it ain't even the top of the recession right now.
Well, if you do get it and file bankruptcy short after.
Don't be telling them no financial advice.
Hey.
We are not giving financial advice.
Hey, I'm not, but
But don't fall for that. Y'all pay attention to that. Bank of America have been in trouble for lying to customers, misusing their money. I wouldn't do anything with the Bank of America. I don't even trust them to write me a money order.
Yes, it's crazy, y'all.
I wouldn't go in there. So anyway, if you need to know more information about this fractional reserve banking, you can go to investopedia.com. So what it is a system where the banks can loan out a certain amount of deposits that they have on their balance sheets. So say, if you deposit $100 and their reserve amount that they're allowed to give out or that they allowed to keep is 10%. So out of the $100 you deposit, they only have to keep $10. They can loan out the other 90.
Oh, wow.
So this is how they create money, because they can take that $90 and now lend it out to another person. That person can go take it and deposit into a bank. So that $90, they can take 10% of that. They keep 9, and then what? $80, whatever. They just keep loaning it out, and the percentages could be the same. It could be saying 10%, but I mean, they just making money this way. So
sound like we need to go back to the shoebox.
Well, I mean, if you keep your money at home, then yeah, they can't do that. So if y'all want to know how money is created, this is exactly how they do it. And so the Federal Reserve Bank, they implement monetary policy in the United States. And what they do is increase the reserve requirement when they want to take money out of the economy. So they will raise the interest rate or raise the percentage of money that they have to keep in the bank. So, if the banks have to hold more, that means it's less circulating around. So that's that way of them taking money out of the economy. And if they decrease it, say if they put it down to 0, then they can put all the money out. There's no percentage that they need to keep in the bank. So that's how they put money out into the economy. So that's how the Federal Reserve Bank adjust how much money is circulating out in the economy, because they have 12 Federal Reserve banks, and so their policies expand out to all of these banks across the country. But as of March 26th, 2020, they basically have been doing like 0% for all banks, and it's because of the recession. So they're not really required to hold. They can lend out all of it. So and it's kind of riskier when they do that too. Like if they telling them that they don't have to hold none of the money in, that means they can make so much money off of our money. So we can put our $100 in there. They can go turn around and lend out our whole $100.
Man, that's crazy.
And they they make money off of it, because when they make these loans, they charge a percentage to those customers. So they making money off our money.
That remind me of what my father told me something a long time ago. He told me don't trust the 401 and 403, because at any time your money can be gone. He said, do not put all your trust into it. And right now, how the stock market looking, it looked like he was right.
Yeah, but they make it where we don't have a choice to do that. Like they take the money out. I mean, we can put how much, we can participate in the program or not.
Yeah, we can do it, but it's not guaranteed in the future you can pull all your money out.
But people lost a lot of their money now because of this recession.
Right.
And so, I mean, for the people that's retiring and, from like last year up until the next few years in the future, or even it might even affect people past that. Yeah, the way this is going.
Well, when we get our retirement age would probably be like 75, 72 years old.
No, we're going to try to see. That's why we need couple up. People need to get married and form good families so that they can get this network right.
I'm talking about that will be the base retirement age.
But that's what I'm saying. If you have a family, if me and you are working together, hopefully we're making enough money where we can retire earlier than that.
Right, but who's gonna be clocking in at 70 years old, worried about
some people doing that.
Let me go. I gotta clock in and listen to this man, and I gotta eat at this certain time. I'm 70 years old, and I'm still gotta. No, it's not gonna happen.
So back to what I was saying, all the banks are paid an interest rate on these reserves. So they make money off of the money that they have sitting there.
Interest.
Yeah, because this is an incentive for them to keep more money on hand, because one of the cons of the fractional reserve banking is that they can have a bank run like they did in the Great Depression, where say if all the people that banks at one bank, if all them people came to withdraw their money, the bank would have to close because they don't have that money there.
Right.
That's what a bank run is called, is if all the people come to the bank, and this can happen across multiple banks, like in the Great Depression, because people wanted their money. It was like, y'all, we want our money, and the banks had to close. Now, Bank of America actually had to go through this. They've been doing little shady stuff, like not honoring people checks or keeping their checks, like doing little weird stuff to different people. Yeah. And so, that's one of the cons of it. And so it increases the possibility that a bank could fail, because once they exceed the FDIC insurance at any bank, they can't insure that. So that's why people say that, or they say consider starting another account at another FDIC insured bank if you had that much. But we don't know too many people that got $250K in the bank anyway. So
one day,
right. And so the pros of it is that they get to free up the money so that it's used in the economy to stimulate the economy. When you let people borrow money, they spend it on businesses, they spend it on food, they spend it out in the economy, and that stimulates growth.
Spending right back. Right.
Yeah, so that returns it back. So that's the good thing. And that's the problem we've been having lately, is that people haven't been able to spend money. That's why Walmart is in trouble. Target is in trouble, because they are so overstocked with stuff. They can't even get rid of their inventory for like holidays.
Before they wasn't though. Before they couldn't get inventory. Now they got too much.
Yeah, they got too much. They can't get rid of it.
I tell you who's not struggling.
Amazon.
Amazon is pushing out everything.
Amazon is the shijai.
Because you go to Walmart, they don't have it. Go to Amazon, get it in 2-3 days
or less. Yeah. I mean, I've gotten next day, they 7 to 11 a.m. Amazon Prime, I'll be on it.
Right.
So yeah, that's what fractional reserve banking is. Just know that they don't keep all your money in the bank. So if the banks get in trouble and you want your money out, they may not be able to give it to you. It's happened several times in history, and because of this recession, I'm thinking it's gonna happen again.
Yeah, so get your shoe boxes ready.
Well, that's what we try to keep some money here on hand too.
Yeah.
So that, just in case they do close the bank, we have some access to emergency money. And not only that, you spread your money out across different things. Some people put it in art, some people put it in crypto, some people got cash, some people got money in the credit union, some got it in the bank.
Well, some of the banks is limited how much money you can pull out a day anyway.
That too.
So if I pull out 500, then I need some more money. I gotta go back. I can't pull it out because I done pulled out my max already for the day. I want my money. It's my money, and I need it now.
But that's why they do it, because they don't have it there. They don't have it there. So yeah, that's our finance segment for this time. Next time we'll find another topic, or if y'all leave comments or some feedback, we'll answer those questions and see if we can throw that on the next segment or the next episode. So the next one is about health and wellness, which is one of the topics that I kind of find it's very important. I have a cousin right now that's in the hospital, and it's basically the results of diabetes while he's in there, and we kind of like the same age. Me and LP are both. No, you just turned 45.
Yeah, I'm an old man.
Yeah, and I'm still 44. My birthday won't be till January, so that's when we'll be 45 together. But so let's see. Chill out. Let's chill out. All right, so we're gonna talk about diabetes, the silent destroyer of bodies. You like how I did that? The silent destroyer of bodies.
Yeah.
Hold up. How am I gonna do this? I gotta do it the right way.
Diabetes. The silent destroyer of bodies.
Yeah, diabetes ain't no joke, y'all.
So let me tell you what diabetes is. First off, it is diabetes affects how your body turns food into energy. And it's crazy because a lot of people are told that they diabetics, they have no idea what diabetes do. And part of it, young people, is because they can't feel it. Oh, I can't feel that my blood sugar is high until it's like too late. Like when you're younger, your body can tolerate all kinds of stuff. When you hit a certain age, your body start letting you know.
Right.
Like arthritis.
Arthritis, what you can and can't eat.
Right.
All that good stuff.
Like your body just start letting you know stuff. So, same thing. When you got a disease process going on, it just compounds that whole thing. So
usually happen when mine happened. I started knowing things about myself with food and all that stuff when I got over 30. I'm like, I can't eat this no more. I can't eat all this processed and colored food like I used to. But
what's the color you say you can't eat? Blue?
Color blue. Anything blue, I can't do it. It make my stomach cramp. And things get interesting. Turn into rainbows. That's all I gotta say.
See, I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm in denial.
I'm that too.
So I drink lactose milk.
I still eat everything, but it just
in moderation.
Later on, you just make sure you at home. Make sure you're not
with
out.
a full supply of toilet paper.
Make sure you're not out and about.
With a full supply of toilet paper. All right, so
drink a lot of water too.
Right. So when you eat, the sugar breaks down into glucose in your blood, and it signals your pancreas to release insulin. And insulin is the key to let blood sugar into your cells. Your cells need sugar for energy, and the sugar needs to not be in your bloodstream. It needs to go through the cell wall and get inside the cell so that your cell, the inside of your cell can use this energy. And every cell needs it. I'm talking about brain cells, nerve cells, skin cells. Like the glucose need to be inside the cells, not outside. So with diabetes, you don't make enough insulin or your cells become resistant to insulin. Let me repeat that again. Your body either does not, a diabetic, they don't make enough insulin. Their pancreas don't make enough insulin for some reason, or their cells become resistant to insulin. So the blood sugar, the glucose stays in your bloodstream. And over time, cells are being starved of energy. So when your cells are starved of energy and they're not able to feed themselves, then they start to break down. Things start to happen. So yeah, when you're young, you might be doing okay. But when you get older, this starts to take a hit on you. Now they got like 2.5 different types of diabetes. So they got the type 1, which is autoimmune reaction. They have no prevention for this. And most people are type 1 diabetics. They may be born with it. It may be something going on with their pancreas where their body is not recognizing their pancreas. And so that causes them to be a diabetic. Now, type 2 diabetics, those are people who are resistant. Their bodies become resistant to the insulin, and the insulin cannot get inside of the cells. Now, this is 90 to 95% of people, of diabetics, are mostly type 2. They find out when they're teenagers or adults, Then they have gestational diabetes, which basically when a woman gets pregnant, her body just kind of goes off whack and she becomes a diabetic. Some of it could be basically due to resistance. Sometimes these women, when they have a baby, they can return, but most women, if they are overweight or have other risk factors, they may remain being type 2 diabetics. And this put the baby at risk for health problems, including metabolic syndrome, and later in life, they can also become diabetics themselves. So that's just something to watch out for. And the last type is like a pre-diabetic. So this is someone who's at risk for getting diabetes. So their numbers are not high enough to be a diabetic, but they are kind of in the upper range where they are at risk for becoming a diabetic. Now, diabetes can affect your heart, your eyes, your kidneys, your skin. It can affect every organ in your body pretty much. And, you see your doctor and they'll tell you everything you need to do. Is all, depending on your body and your doctor. They do test to find out what you need to do to fix that. So y'all make sure y'all do your annual visits. If you cannot get to a doctor, if you don't have insurance, you might want to try to work on those risk factors so that you're at less of risk. And any questions about that, hubby?
No. And everybody, make sure you get insurance. We all need insurance. Everybody needs insurance.
Especially the older you get.
Young and old, we all need it. Life insurance, health insurance, we need all that. Make sure you get your insurance. If you out here driving a brand new car, got these Jordans on, all these fancy clothes, and no health insurance or life insurance, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Get your stuff together.
Priorities.
Get it together. Worried about tennis shoes and Gucci this and Fenty this and all that stuff.
People really don't realize, and people don't realize how bad this get. Like,
right.
When it comes to like, okay, you gonna be on dialysis for the rest of your life. I mean, or you gonna go blind because diabetes can affect your vision over time. Like you have small blood vessels near your kidneys and in your eyes, and your blood vessels can become affected by that. And you don't want to become blind at a young age, like your 40s or 50s, over some diabetes, right, or having a stroke at a young age. Also, I will tell you this. People with diabetes, when they have heart attacks, they can't tell that they having heart attacks. Heart attacks don't present in the same way as somebody else. Like somebody else without diabetes, their pain might come faster. They might have more pain. And with diabetics, because they have nerve damage, they may not recognize that they're having a heart attack. It might present a different way. So, just look those symptoms up. They got them on CDC when it comes to that. So that's that.
All right. There it is.
All right. So our tech,
what are we talking about?
the Waze app.
Oh, the app on the phone.
The Waze app that if y'all, I don't know if y'all use this or not, but I was using Google Maps initially, but now I use Waze because I found out that it tells you where the police at. You can actually, or anybody can, when y'all using the app, if y'all pass a police officer, you can press the information in there on the screen to let people know that the police are there. Now, I would say 95% of the time, somebody has already did it before I got to that place. So I'll see it before I get there.
And it shows you all the people that has Waze on their phone.
Yep. So if there's a lot of people out there,
right.
They'll tell you about accidents. They'll tell you about slowdowns and stuff like that. So it's like the people is warning, what's going out on the streets.
You're in control.
Yeah. So I think y'all should check that app out. Waze. I think it's a good app. And the only reason I'm saying because, I don't want to be out here and get caught by the police. We can warn each other.
Right. Or you've been out, you ain't got no business out there driving after you've been drinking. And you still want to drive.
Yeah, at least you
know
have something.
What's going on? Take another route.
Yeah.
Drive slow.
Right.
No drinking and driving.
Right. All right, we got the word of the day.
What's the word?
Meliorism.
So
Meliorism.
What's the meaning? What does it mean?
It is the doctrine that the world tends to become better or may be made better by human effort. So the world is far from perfect, but can be made better by human effort. It is the belief that the world's suffering is healable if we all work together for that end. So,
sound good.
Meliorism. Meliorism. Let me make sure.
I just call it Meliorism. I shortened it out, but
Meliorism.
Saying it quick though.
Meliorism.
Like Meliorism.
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 Yeah, okay.
Meliorism. Meliorism.
Meliorism.
Meliorism.
Meliorism. So I like this word because this is something we need to do.
Yeah, we need more meliorism.
Next, marriage and relationships. We're gonna talk about knowing your mate.
Right. Know your mate before you have kids.
That would be the most ideal thing to do.
Yeah, you gotta meet people's family. You gotta meet their mother, their father, if they have their mother.
How about we know their full name? How about we start
their
there?
whole name.
Some people don't even know that before they jump into the sack.
Not
Boo
Boo and Rico,
Ray
and Lil Pete and Lil Ron and all that. We not
man,
little man.
Like who your baby daddy?
And Boo Boo. His name Boo Boo. Okay. Yeah.
They age.
Yeah, you need to know the age.
Some people lie about that though, but to me, if I have to look at your ID card, I got to look at your ID card.
You got to look at school pictures, baby pictures. You got to make sure you dealing with who you dealing with.
I think that you should know about how they grew up and how they was raised, because that's very important.
Right.
When it comes to their morality and ethics, like were they raised in a crack house, or was they raised with two parents? Were they raised where education was important in the family? That type of stuff matters. And I know a lot of people like giving people chances and stuff like that, but sometimes you got to look out for your own self.
You got to look out for yourself. Got to make sure the person can read, understand what's going on.
Lord, please know how to read.
Know how to read and count.
Reading. Well, because reading is part of communication.
Well, that's why you communicate with people on the phone and stuff too before you be all in their face and go out with them and get embarrassed. You don't want to do that.
Well, my thing is this, and people say that I'm kind of strict when it comes to vocabulary and call me a grammar whore or whatever. But I find like that people, if they can't read or write, I can't deal with them because I can't communicate with them.
You don't supposed to. You don't.
But some people do that. This is why they get into arguments, is because they may not know definition of certain words. You can't talk to them.
Well, those people need to stick together. All the people who don't know how to read and write, they stick in that group over there. And the people who know things stick in that group. That's how that goes.
Oh, so if everybody stay in that group, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, right. Everybody
because two ignorant people could argue too.
They go let them argue. I won't be a part of it.
Yeah, right. I won't be. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of reasons why people have issues communicating is because they don't know the language.
Yeah, different backgrounds. I think you need to be around somebody for at least 6 months to a year to learn them all the way.
What about, do you have to be around them for 6 years and after 3 kids to know?
No, that's too long.
Well, that's too long because some women are with people this long.
That's too long.
I have never been in a relationship past 3 years other than this one.
Let me tell you, I don't want to make people upset, but if you've been with somebody over 5 years in a relationship and you're not engaged or married or nothing like that,
and you want to be, because if you don't want to be, then it's not an issue. But if you want to be,
you're probably not getting married. So
the chances are low, especially if you already had kids and moved in and all that type of stuff.
And a lot of you women need to get out of make-believe land. Stop looking at TV. Stop wanting that big wedding that costs thousands of dollars and that 20-carat ring.
Is that a reason why a lot of guys don't get engaged? I don't know.
Yeah, well, a lot of women's standards are too high. They looking at TV. They want that expensive ring. When you're driving a Cavalier and you want a $20,000 ring, but you got a Cavalier car, that's not gonna happen.
Well, it depends on the type of guy they date too. Yeah, I mean, if he ain't got it like that, he ain't got it like that.
But you hear what I said? They got a Cavalier. They don't make Cavaliers no more.
That's how old it is.
But you want a $20,000 ring? No, it's not gonna happen. Come down to reality. That's another reason why a lot of women not married too, because their standards are too high. And they looking for that knight shining armor, and it's not coming. It's not coming.
I just don't like when women try to give men ultimatums to get married.
Right.
Because if that man has not done it on his own, I don't think he wants to do it. Like he should be. I didn't have to ask LP if he wanted to do that. He came. That's what he wanted to do. We discussed it when we were dating.
And I also think it's the man's decision. The man need to ask the woman to marry. The woman should not. Well, this is my opinion. Women should not be asking men to marry them. That's kind of backwards. So I think the man should make the decision on getting the ring and marriage.
So the woman shouldn't be like getting on her knees and asking for marriage. Hands marriage.
That's kind of weird, but that's what they do. That's what they doing now.
They are. And I mean, and it might work. I don't know, but I just feel like I don't want to have to try to force my man or guilt him into. I don't want to do that. Like I just think it's something that he should want to do.
Right. And stop holding the box from these men, ladies. Stop holding the box, not wanting to give them sex and putting sex on a pedestal and not giving them none. Oh, you're not acting right. You're not getting none. But no, you
if it's a woman that's dating and stuff, but
I'm saying if you married or been with somebody and I'm not giving you no, you're not acting right. Yeah, stop doing that, because I'm going to tell you what that's going to do. That's going to make him get it from somebody else. So get it together, y'all.
I don't know why people would do that anyway.
Well, they do it. Women do it.
Well, I mean, like, because you're mad at somebody. Like, to me, that's something that a man needs to have, is that type of physical interaction. I know. It's not the same as like how women.
He not acting right. I ain't giving him none. That's how they do.
Yeah, I don't think you should punish men by doing that. I mean, but
let a man do that to a woman. Oh, you cheating? Who is she? Where's she at? So don't do that.
Don't do that.
But you need to know your person. You need to know who you with before you start having kids.
You need to know how they act in certain environments too. You need to know how they act around you versus how they act out in public versus how they act around their family. Like you need to know how they act in all those settings and at work.
Also, if they had good parents, I ain't talking about the parents that was butts. I'm talking about the good parents, and they treat their parents like crap, and their parents was good. You might have a problem.
Red flag.
That's a big red flag. I'm not talking about the deadbeat parents. We're not talking about
like
that.
My mama.
We're not talking about the deadbeats. We talking about
my daddy.
The good parents.
And you need to know about their emotional state. How do they handle their emotions? Like you can't be women. You can't be with men who can't control their emotions. Like they're crying all the time, or they're angry all the time, or
I think this is the era of sensitive men. It's so many sensitive men. I hear they cry more than women.
They cry and then they can't even accept no for an answer. A woman want to break up, they want to kill them. I mean, it's getting crazy out here.
Yeah, men is like reverse roles or something. I don't know what's going on, but we need to get that together too.
We'll talk about red flags and stuff like that in the future. But I mean, emotion, how someone acts emotionally is very important in a relationship because, I mean, my thing is, if someone acts this way, or is that okay for them to act like that around your parents or your kids? When you have kids, do you want your kids to see this? Like, can they do this in public? Are they acting different? Like, what's them damn people who treat people crazy? Narcissists. And also, you need to know about their goals, their dreams, and their finances. You need to know about their finances. You have to ask these tough questions. There is no reason for you not to know about somebody's financial standing when you're in a relationship or when you're trying to move forward in a relationship.
And women and men, if you meet a person that doesn't have a job when you first meet them, if they're not working when you first meet them, I'm not talking about they got sick or COVID, and I'm talking about when you first meet them, they're not working, they haven't been at a job more than 6 months or a year or 2 years, they can't hold a job. They're probably not going to change when you get with them either. It's probably going to be the same old thing.
Don't be out here writing resumes for these dudes and trying to put them through college and shit. Like, don't be doing all that.
Can't hold a job. You're probably not going to hold one when they get with you either. So remember that. And communication. Communication is key. You have to be able to communicate with whoever you're with. A regular conversation, just communicate without it starting to an argument, or somebody getting mad and stuff. Just communication is key. If you cannot communicate with your other, it is not going to work.
Nope. I think we communicate well because we have a lot in common.
Yeah, we communicate. I talk to you. I talk to you. We talk about stuff.
Like just like we talking now.
We can talk about the same things. Mm-hmm. I can relate to stuff, and you can relate to stuff.
And how about lastly, if you feel like any of this content was valuable to you, or that you feel like it can help someone else, I would say share it. Or if you want to support our podcast and our this is our premiere. So if you want to support us and y'all have any feedback or any recommendations or anything like that, y'all can leave that with us. We have email at cjlponderpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that is cjlponderpodcast@gmail.com. And we're also on we will be on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, not group. We have a Facebook page, and all of these are called the Ponder Podcast. SoundCloud and Twitter at the DA Ponder Podcast. And all of the pictures that we have on here right now is a picture of our faces, our chocolate faces. Mm-hmm. And so, I would just say all of these platforms we have, under YouTube, I'll have, the links there. We'll have the links in Facebook and we'll post them on Instagram, all of our links and stuff. So you'll be able to find us or connect to us one way or another. I'm still trying to figure out how to get onto Apple Music or whatever. So we'll figure that out. But just make sure you like, you share, you subscribe, you follow to support our podcast.
Yes, and this is LP, and that's
CGZ.
And we out.